So okay, we'll start with, first off you'll need a ball of wool, 8-ply wool, and a crocheting hook. I'm using the 4mm crocheting hook. Okay, and we'll get started. So first off, to start this, you're going to put a slip knot on here, and how I do that is I lay the yarn across the needle like that and wrap it around the back and bring it up over the top and down. Then wrap the yarn back around the needle that way and pull that yarn through that loop, and that starts off your slip stitch. And I'm just going to cut a bit of that off, it's a bit too much. Oops. Okay, we'll start with 4 chain, and a chain is just wrapping around the needle once and bringing that through that loop that you've got on the hook, and that's 1 chain, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you can see there you've got 4, if that will focus, 4 chain. And what you're going to do to secure that chain to make it a circle is to put your needle through this end chain, wrap the yarn around the needle and pull that through that loop and pull it through that loop. Tighten that, pull that a bit, and that will make you your first circle that you start with. So you're going to put your stitches through that middle of that hole there. So do another 3 chain, 1, 2, 3, and this 3 chain will act as if it is your first double crochet, and you'll be putting 11 more double crochet into the center of this work. So a double crochet is, you put your yarn around your needle, put your needle through the center of this work, wrap the yarn around the needle and pull that through that hole, wrap the yarn around the needle again and pull that yarn through 2 loops, wrap it around again and pull it through the remaining 2 loops, and that is your first, well, your second double crochet. But that is what a double crochet is. So we'll do another one of those, wrap around the needle, put your needle through the center of that hole, wrap the yarn around the needle and pull it through, wrap the yarn around the needle again and pull that yarn through the first 2 loops, wrap it around again and pull through the remaining 2 loops. Now you have 3 double crochet. There's the center of your circle, and this sort of end of the loop, I'm just going to hold that in place. As I go around the circle, I will just lay that thread flat like that, and it'll get mixed up in this thread, and you won't see it again. It'll just disappear. So wrap your yarn around the needle, put it through the center, wrap it around and pull it through, wrap around again and pull that yarn through the first 2 loops, wrap around, pull it through the last 2 loops and continue. And you want to have 12 double crochet in this hole at the end. So I'll just keep going. And you can see that end of that thread is just about disappeared now into the loop that you're doing. So just continue, wrap around, go through the hole, pull that back through, wrap around, go through the first two, wrap around, and two. So once you have 12 stitches through that circle, then we will join the circle up. Let's count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just one more. And 12 double crochet.
And we're going to join it up just by slipping the needle through that first top loop, pushing it through, wrapping the yarn around and pulling the yarn back through and then back through that stitch. So you only end up with one stitch. And that is your first circle. So you've got a clear center and you actually have 12 double crochet. So we're going to start on the second row, and we'll start off again with 3 chain. So 1, 2, 3, and this time as we go around the circle we want 24 stitches on this next circle, so we want to double the amount of stitches that we have. And how we're going to do that is by between every stitch we're going to put 2 stitches. If I open that up, you'll see there are 2 holes there. Now some people like to put it in the bottom hole. I prefer it to go in this top hole. So that's where I work my next row of stitches, in that top part. So this is where your first stitches will go. So you wrap your yarn around the needle, because we're doing the double crochet again. Put it through here, back, okay, so we want 2 double crochet in that stitch. There's the next stitch, we want 2 double crochet in there. Two double crochet in the next stitch. See? And we're going to continue around till the end. Okay, so we've got to the end of the second row, and what we're going to do is, so you can see I've got 2 double crochet in this hole, and we're going to want 2 double crochet here, which that's already the first double crochet, so I'm just going to put 1 in that little hole there. So, and that will finish off our round. And to secure the round, you just slip stitch into the top of that first chain. Like that. At the end, you'll see that there is 2 double crochet in each hole. So we're going to continue like that until we get 4 rows. But for the third row, what we're going to do, just change it around a little bit. We start off as usual with the 3 chain, but this row, instead of being 2 double crochet in each stitch, we're going to go 1 double crochet in the first stitch, and then the second stitch is going to have 2 double crochet, then 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, and continue around for that third row. So So I'll just get started on that. And just to finish off that round, so I've finished with a 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet, so this has to be a 2 double crochet there. So I'm going to put that second just in there. Then, so that's 1, 2, 3, so we're going to do the 4th row now, and the 4th row is pretty much the same, only what we're going to do is just add 1 more double crochet to the sort of pattern. So 3 chain to start off, and we'll be putting 1 double crochet, and here's where it changes a little bit. We put 1 double crochet and then 2 double crochet. See, 1, 1, 2, and we're going to repeat that. And I'll just show you something that happens when you keep this in pattern. What happens is, so you start off here and they're just single double crochets. When you get to here, you do 2 in each stitch. Then when you get to the 3rd row, you're doing 1 double crochet and then 2, 1, 2. The next row you're doing 1, 2, hold on, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. But what happens is, when you come down to here and you've got your little V of your 2, you'll see that in between that 2 is where the other 2 starts. In between that 2 is where the other 2 starts. And in between that 2, the other 2 will start. So you've actually got a pattern of a V, in a V, in a V, and it will continue. So, and yeah, I found that's a good way to mark my work to make sure I'm on track. So each row you go up, you're going to add an extra 1 to your pattern. So yeah, okay, so we'll finish that off. Okay, so we've come to the end of the 4th row, and you'll just do the same as the previous rows. So that's 1 last double crochet in the last hole here, and slip stitch to that top stitch, and that will complete the first part of this crochet makeup dryer tutorial. And I should be back tomorrow, and I'll show you how to do this side bit, and then the next day we will continue on with this. Just cut it in a circle big enough to go in there, cut it around, and then just you'll be sliding that in. Once you get the edge, you'll put the sponge in, and then you'll crochet up and over. So yeah, I will see you in the second part video. Thank you.